My name is Erin, and today I am bringing you both my finale for my 12 pans of Christmas and also my last empties of 2017. Before we get started, please make sure you're subscribed down below, and without further ado, let's check out my progress and empties. Okay, so let's start with the stuff that I didn't finish up. The first thing is my Colourpop concealers. So I was trying to use up both shades light and medium. Okay, the formula on these is completely different now than it was when I first got them. They crease on me horribly now. They didn't always crease on me. They oxidize even more than they did when I first had them. So I am calling these done. They are going out of my collection. These are a $6 concealer. I definitely feel like I got my money's worth out of them. And I feel like if I were to take this stopper out of this, there would be some more product, but the problem is it would be so messy just because it's such like one of those formulas, you know? So I am considering these done. Another product that I didn't fully finish up, but I am considering done, is my Weenie eyeshadow by Colourpop. I don't know if you can see this, but like it has like these weird spots on it and it's starting to dry out like really bad. So I've had this for over 2 years. I feel like I got my money's worth out of it, so I'm decluttering that from my collection. I did not get a chance to finish up my Aquarius lip liner from Colourpop, but I believe it's pretty low, and this is a beautiful lip liner that I will continue to be using, so maybe I'll roll this over into my 2018 product drive. I did not finish up my 3 Makeup Geek shadows. This is Peach Smoothie, this is Creme Brulee, and this is Cupcake. I did make pretty good progress on them, but they're not done yet, so I'm going to keep using those. I did not finish up my KathleenLights Colourpop Super Shock Shadow, but this is still very creamy, so I am holding on to this, just like I'm going to be holding on to the lip liner. Okay, so that's it for products that I didn't finish up, but let's talk about stuff that I did finish up, and then we'll go into my empties. So this is the Super Stay Better Skin Powder by Maybelline. I hit pan on it, and then the day I hit pan on it, it completely shattered. So obviously it's done. This powder took a really long time for me to go through and hit pan on, and I think towards the end of it, it was starting to break me out. It has a 24-month shelf date, which is probably about the amount of time that I had this powder, but I think it was this powder that was starting to break me out. So that's no longer in my collection, and I'm considering that done. If you are looking for a good drugstore powder and you're combo oily skin like I am, I do highly recommend this. I think my skin just got used to it. Something else that I am done with is my Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot Primer. This was a great primer. It's silicone based and it fills your pores very nicely. I do highly recommend this. You can find Soap & Glory at Ulta or Target. Actually Walgreens too. You can find them at Walgreens. So highly recommend this. I also finished up my Ultra Repair Lip Therapy from First Aid Beauty. Like I had said in my first update, I had been using this day and night, twice a day. There's hair on it. I'm so sorry. But this is really good for dry lips, just like their Ultra Repair Cream is very good for dry skin. So I highly recommend checking this out if you're looking for a new lip balm. And the last product from my 12 Pans of Christmas project pan is my Living Proof Dry Shampoo. I did finish this up, and I love this dry shampoo. I do highly recommend this. This is a little bit expensive for a dry shampoo, but it doesn't leave a white cast, which you can see I have dark hair. It doesn't leave a white cast. It absorbs all the oil, and I don't feel like I have to use a lot of it. Like some dry shampoos, I feel like I have to have a can on my head before it soaks anything up, but not with this one. I highly recommend it. My only suggestion with this is spray it on your hair and then leave it there for a couple seconds before you start to like shush it in. Okay, let's get back to all these empties here. Let's start with candles, because I think I have a couple in here. First, we have a winter candle from Bath & Body Works, which is also what I'm burning behind me. The notes on this are orange and fir needle, essential oils, and notes of clove. This is Nicole's favorite candle ever. I do enjoy this candle. It reminds me of Christmas, reminds me of Christmas trees, so I do recommend this candle during this time of year. I don't know if they still have it right now though. And the other candle that I have is Autumn Woods. I think I finished this up towards the beginning of the month. This was dark walnut, English lavender, and white amber. I liked this one. I didn't like this one as much as winter, but it's a good candle. I like don't even know where to start. There's so much in this bag. Well, you guys always know every empties you see baby wipes. I have one of my e.l.f. makeup remover cleansing cloths. I use these for swatches and for when I'm doing my makeup to like clean up my eyes and stuff. I love the packaging on these. For $3 makeup wipes, these are incredible. I went through a really big phase in my life where I did use these on my face, but I don't anymore. I like my ones from Skin Food a lot better, but I do recommend these if you've never checked them out. I have one more candle. This is Holiday Sparkle from Bath & Body Works. This is Bright Sparkling Water, Sugared Citrus, Wintertime Jasmine, and Creamy Sandalwood. I liked this. I don't really remember it too much, but I liked it. I have my Chelsea Girls lip gloss that I had finished up at the beginning of last month. There's still the slightest little bit left in it, but the texture was changing and it started to smell a little bit, so I called it quits. This is a beautiful color. This is about as pink as I will go, but I like the NARS lip glosses, and they often have them in Point Perks, so if they have them, I highly recommend checking this out. I have a couple hand sanitizers from Bath & Body Works. I just have Peach Bellini and the Imagine Believe Achieve. These are both okay. I mean, I use hand sanitizer all the time and I keep one with me every day, so I go through them pretty quickly. I have a Dream Spray from Victoria's Secret. This is actually my mom's. I don't know the notes on this, but I do really enjoy these Victoria's Secret sprays. I think mine is called Sheer Love that I really like, but I did like this Dream one at one point, but it's more my mom's scent. I opened a new L'Oreal foundation blender sponge. I just kept the packaging in here to show you guys. This is the best drugstore sponge in my opinion. It's around $6. They have coupons for it all the time, so you can get it as low as like $3.50. I highly recommend checking it out. I opened a new box of my Biore Deep Cleansing Pore Strips. I do one of these a week for my nose. They take out my blackheads pretty well. Good stuff. Highly recommend them. I've been using these since I was in high school. I used up a lip liner. This is actually very exciting. This is the Jordana Easy Liner for Lips in the shade Rose Crush. There's, oh, I could swatch it. It's like a peachy pinky color, but you can hear it. It's not coming up anymore. I like this. I just found that this formula broke really easily. So as I was lining my lips, it kind of like would break, but I do really like this formula, and this is a nice color. I used up one of my, there's hair on everything. Used up one of my Eco Tools mask remover sponges. I've talked about these on my channel before. This is what I use to remove my masks. I just soak this in really hot water, put it all over my face, and there we go. Use this today, and it's on its last leg, so it just needs to go. This is my House of Lashes lash glue. It's getting really chunky, and I've had this for almost 2 years now, so it's definitely time to get a new one. This is my first lash glue I've ever gone through, so I didn't really know if lash glue went bad or not, but yeah, it smells and it's getting chunky, so it's getting bad. I used up a lotion. This is the Bath & Body Works Warm Vanilla Sugar. This has the notes of intoxicating vanilla, white orchid, sparkling sugar, fresh jasmine, and creamy sandalwood. I like these lotions. I go through them pretty quickly. But in the winter, you guys know I have to use my First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream a lot on my legs and my arms because I get so dry. I use up, every single month I use more than one of these, but I only put one in my bag. This is the Tarte Pack Your Bags. These are the under eye patches. I'll put a picture right here. I love these. I will continue to repurchase them. I like these. I think the e.l.f. ones are a little bit more bang for your buck because the e.l.f. ones are only $8 for a 3-pack, where these are $22 for a 4-pack. So I highly recommend the e.l.f. ones. I used up a sample of the Tatcha water cream, which this made me go to Sephora and get another sample. I'm highly considering purchasing this because I am just about out of one of my favorite moisturizers. Maybe you'll see this in an upcoming haul. It soaked into my skin beautifully, and I kind of really want it now. Used up a concealer. This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealer in the shade Y31. This is a good concealer. It's not 100% full coverage. I always have to use my Smashbox orange corrector for my dark circles when I use this, but I do especially like this to go to work because it's not heavy under the eyes. I just wish it had a different applicator. It's a squeeze tube and you have to like go on it with the squeeze tube. It's a good concealer. I do highly recommend checking it out if you don't need full coverage under your eyes. I used up my Ultra Repair Cream by First Aid Beauty. Don't worry, I already have backups upon backups of this. This is the big 8-ounce size. This is the largest one you can get at Sephora. Any other ones are in like a tub. But yes, this is the best if you have any dry skin on any parts of your body, even your face. This will cure up eczema, anything, really well. I used up my Tarte Rainforest The Sea Marine Boosting Mist. This is like my third or fourth bottle of this. I do really like it. I just think that for what it does, I can find a cheaper alternative. I've been using the Mario Badescu spray. So this is a good spray. If you can find any of the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea like skincare sets on sale, I do recommend checking them out. The moisturizer from this line is my favorite moisturizer. Mom used up a perfume. This is Amazing Grace by Philosophy. It doesn't have any notes on it, but Mom really likes this perfume. I got her a new one for Christmas. This is the 4-ounce bottle. I believe this was around 50 something dollars, but the good thing about Philosophy perfumes is they always come in sets. I'm getting really bad at putting lashes in my Empties bag. These are the Ardell Double Up 207 lashes. They are the lashes I am currently wearing. I love these lashes. I only have one pair of them right now, the ones I'm wearing, and this is the last leg of them, so I need to repurchase these. Highly recommend them. They are a great beginner dramatic lash because the band is so easy to maneuver. I used up a setting spray. This is my Urban Decay All Nighter. You can see this was in my Wear It All by Fall, whatever I called it. And I only had like a little bit of it left. This used to be my favorite. Like I had backups upon backups of this. I now prefer the Kat Von D setting spray and the Morphe setting spray over this. And I can't believe I just said that. But these are made by Scandinavia. So the Scandinavian one, I actually find the Scandinavian ones a little bit better than this, but this used to be my ride or die. This has since been repackaged and is in a different packaging. I used up a powder. This is the Tarte Filtered Light Setting Powder. I would not repurchase this again, only because I got very sensitive to the smell and I found that it almost dried my skin out a little bit. I liked it on my face. I didn't like it on my under eyes as much. I felt like it looked, my under eyes looked really dry, but on the rest of my face it was nice. But if you ever buy this powder or you do have this powder, this has horrible flashback. Horrible flashback, so please be aware. I have a little brush cleaner. This is the Cinema Secrets brush cleaner. Took me like 2 years to go through this bottle because I'm very good about washing my brushes. I don't spot clean my brushes. I just wash my brushes once a week, so it took me a really long time to go through this. I used up an eye cream. I actually used up the same exact eye cream a couple months ago, and Nicole had an extra one, so she gave it to me, and I love this eye cream. This is the Murad Renewing Eye Cream. This has definitely come the closest to any eye cream that I could call a holy grail. I love it because it's an airless pump and you can see it like traveling up how much product you have left in it. It's very expensive. I have some backup eye cream right now. I would definitely purchase this during a VIB sale or if it was on sale, but I have other eye creams to go through before I would do that. I used up a mask. This is the Origins Original Skin Retexturizing Mask. I feel like this did nothing for my skin. I like the Origins charcoal one. I just feel like this one did nothing for my skin. I don't really have that much texture. My concern is more pores. Maybe for people with a lot of texture this would do good, but I felt like it was very gritty. It didn't do anything for my skin, and I felt like it looked exactly the same when I started to when I was done with it. This is the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Moisturizing Primer. I use this as a moisturizer in the morning. I love the smell of this. I just feel like if you have dry skin, you would like this a little bit more. Maybe a little bit greasy throughout the day, but I love First Aid Beauty products, so highly recommend checking that out if you have dry skin. I went through my favorite brow gel. This is my Maybelline Brow Precise. You guys saw this in my top 10 under 10, which I'll leave in a card right here. I just am getting really good at knowing when this is done, and it has a very unique little tip that is very good to get into your eyebrows. I love this. Already have a backup. I do have a L'Oreal sponge in here. So this is the L'Oreal sponge that I was talking about. This one started to rip and was getting old, so I called it quits. And yes, this is my favorite drugstore sponge. Highly recommend checking it out. I have a sample of the Too Faced Glitter Glue. I like this. I just feel like the NYX one is practically the same thing, so I don't know if I'd ever buy it. I have a Brow Food Clear Brow Enhancing Gel. I got this in my bag at Gem Beauty. I didn't really feel like it did anything. I used only brow gel on my brows. I guess an argument could be made that it like got them into place, but I could do without it. This is the Makeup Forever Smoky Extravagant Mascara. I really liked this. This has a really big wand, so it was really good for volume. I have so many other mascaras to go through, so I do like this. I will repurchase this in the future though. And I have a Benefit Roller Lash. This is top 3 favorite mascaras. I will continue to repurchase this. This was just a little size that I have. This is so good for your bottom lashes, so good for length and volume. So that was all of my empties. Now we're just gonna go through the couple things I'm decluttering from my collection. I have a Colourpop shadow that I'm decluttering because I have tried to make this thing work so many times and it just hasn't. This is in the shade Flower Shop. It looks really pretty on camera, like it's actually picking up pretty opaque, but it's not. And I tried it on my eyes and it just doesn't show up. I have a couple eyeliners that are just like dried out. Well, you can consider these empties, but they're just really close to being dried out. This is the Mega Slim Skinny Tip eyeliner from Wet n Wild, and this is the La Fine eyeliner from Tarte. These are exact dupes of each other. I will say the Wet n Wild one is a little less pigmented than the Tarte one, but they both bleed pretty bad. So I am decluttering those from my collection. I have a concealer. I have tried to make this work so many different times. This is the Better Skin Concealer. I love this actual concealer, and I used to wear the shade Light Medium of this concealer, which is this, but this shade is just so dark, and I feel like this is actually the shade Medium that they just labeled as the shade Light Medium. It's just so dark. I can't get it to work even if I combine it with other concealers. I've tried so many times, so I'm just decluttering this from my collection and giving this to a friend. I have a brow gel. This is the Essence Make Me Brow. I tried to make this work so many times. This just makes my brows look extremely gray, and it was a $3 brow gel. I tried it. Didn't like it. Makes my brows look extremely gray, and I felt like the fibers on it like kind of stuck in my brows, so it's gonna go bye-bye. I have a lip liner. This is the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade Whipped Caviar, which I love this shade, and I usually love the NYX lip liners. My problem with this is this lip liner, you can see it just did it on my hand. It breaks every time I use it. And I am pretty rough with my makeup, but this lip liner does break every time I use it, and I would use it on my lips and it would break on my lips as I would go, so it's gonna go. I have this little lash primer. This is the Grande primer from Grande Cosmetics. I got this in my Gen Beauty bag. I don't like this. I wear falsies a good amount of the time now, but I still am pretty good at picking out a good lash primer. I did not like this. I felt like it was very gloopy, and I just felt like it did nothing for my lashes. The rest of these are lip products that have either gone bad or I just don't like anymore. This is a Colourpop Ultra Satin in the shade London Fog. Beautiful color, but formula's changing and it's starting to smell, so it has to go bye-bye. Same thing with this one in the shade Strut. Beautiful color, but it's getting very chunky and starting to smell. This is the Bite lip liner that I decluttered in my first update for 12 Pans of Christmas. You can see how dry this is. I've tried to sharpen this so many times. This was only a 100-point perk, so bye-bye. This is a magnetic lip color from the line Nude Sticks. This is so drying. This is right here. This is so drying on my lips. I also got this in my Gem Beauty bag. I did not like this on my lips at all. No, 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 no. This is a NYX Lip Lingerie in the shade Embellishment. This was beautiful. I did like this for a really long time. It's right here. But formula's changing. It's starting to smell. I did a pretty good job of just going through my entire collection, and like, I'm not taking it into the new year if it's anywhere near being old or smelly. So same thing with these two Tarte lip paints. They're getting really chunky and starting to smell. I'm running out of swatch room. This is in the shade Delish, which is beautiful, but not bad. And then this is in the shade Bestie. This is from the holidays last year, so this is just a year old, and it's so crusty around the edges. I'm gonna swatch that right there. That's my definitely kind of nude, but I can't use a lip product that smells or is chunky. That was my finale for my 12 Pans of Christmas. That was my last empties and last declutter of 2017. Leave comments down below of anything you finished up this month, what types of videos you would like to see from me, or just suggestions about anything. Remember, you is kind, you is smart, you is important. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.